everyone. So we knew that this would be a rough game without LeBron James. Yeah, LeBron, I know many people are upset and look at it as like, hey, this is the game that LeBron should have played. He may play tomorrow. We'll see. But many people were like, hey, if you're going to sit a game, sit the Spurs game, play the Warriors game. I think regardless, you want LeBron healthy. Obviously, we need him, and we could have really used him this game. But you want LeBron healthy more than just getting this win. It's frustrating. Absolutely, I'm frustrated, right? I wanted LeBron to play. Hopefully, he plays for the Spurs game, so at least you knock that win out. You kind of right the ship, get back to the last 4 games with the Spurs included. Hopefully, you can rattle off those wins because you got a couple tough matchups leading into the March stretch. Steph Curry did Steph Curry things. I mean, he was carrying the team early on. Eventually, you saw the Warriors kind of get into a groove, get into a rhythm. They had that great stretch to really just kind of pull ahead and go up double digits to end the half, and they just never looked back from there. The Lakers, had a couple stretches. Anthony Davis was spectacular, but outside of that, no one else to really write home about. Something that I had concerns with, right? First game back from a long extended break after you have some momentum, to have no LeBron, all the various injuries you have, to go on the road. You have the momentum halted, and the Lakers just couldn't really buy shots, couldn't really make shots down the stretch outside of Anthony Davis really trying to carry the workload there, and guys just didn't step up the way that we needed them to. Now, it is one game. It's one of the reasons why I said I was really excited that we're playing the Spurs in between our tough games coming up, just because that'll kind of give us the game to kind of right the ship to where if we do have another struggle game, that is a game that we could still win. I'm not saying by any stretch of the imagination that that's a guaranteed win, but it is a game where if the Lakers struggle a little bit, they could still pull that win off and kind of get the rust off from the extended rest, or at least that's the hope. Again, Anthony Davis was brilliant, but who else really was there besides that? I mean, the 3 guys that I really wanted to see step up all kind of had their struggles. Or I guess 4 guys counting Rui. We'll touch on Rui here in a moment, but the guard play that we really needed, right? D'Lo struggled shooting the basketball. He did other things well, playmaking and whatnot, but just shooting the ball, he did pick it up in the fourth, to his credit. Did kind of start hitting some shots, which hopefully that carries over and he can continue that into the Spurs game again, kind of right the ship. See a lot of people just like, oh, this is the D'Lo we knew. It's one game after the dude just put up 17 assists and only took 8 shots, still shot 50% from the field. Like, let's relax. Let's not overreact to just one game by a player. I understand that, we usually want somebody to blame. We usually want somebody to be disappointed in. Right? Nobody really played great in this game outside of Anthony Davis. Austin Reeves, he hit some shots. He played decent, but he just gets such tunnel vision, and it's so frustrating. It's what I've talked about him as a playmaker. It's why I've talked about he's not really a playmaker. It's a big difference between a guy that can make plays and a guy that is a true playmaker. There was a handful of times Austin Reeves just completely was oblivious to the situation at hand. You have Anthony Davis with Pod on him at one point, and Austin Reeves goes and pulls up for a 3. And then later on, fast forward into the fourth, right? Austin Reeves does the exact same thing. He has Moses Moody on him. Anthony Davis has just been absolutely dominant all game. And what do? You pull up and take a 3 instead of recognizing the situation at hand. And it's a problem. We struggled to shoot the ball, and instead of working the inside out game and attacking the rim and attacking the zone and being aggressive, we just settled into their game plan and allowed them to just kind of dictate things. And we just couldn't hit shots, and it translated to us taking a big L. And it's just not how we wanted to start this return. Right? We got 25 games. As I mentioned, I think we got to win 15 of these next 25. So that means we only have 10 games to lose the rest of the way. Can we do it? Of course. We've seen what this team is capable of. We've seen what happens when this team plays the right way, shares and moves the basketball, takes care of the basketball. This is just, I'm not going to overreact to the first game back where guys struggled, which is something that I kind of expected. right? It's something that I talked about heavily with the Lakers. Said, hey, they have a ton of momentum going into this break. There may be a little rust when they return, and you saw some of that. You saw some of that rust, right? I don't think it's a coincidence that most of the guys that played great were the guys that were in the All-Star game, getting shots up, staying fresh, staying reps, getting practices in. Like, it's just, I expect the Lakers to get back, and I think the Spurs are going to be a real way to do that. Spencer Dinwiddie, I want to see him be more aggressive. He had a couple small stretches where he was aggressive, and he did okay, but he still just kind of seems like he's out there, right? I did like that he had more on-ball duties, more playmaking duties in small stretches, but I'd like to see that more. I'd like to see when D'Lo is on the bench, you're allowing Spencer Dinwiddie to run the show, let him be the point guard, let Austin Reeves play off ball, or whoever else is on the court, if it's Taurean Prince or whomever, right? Let Spencer Dinwiddie kind of find his spots. I don't like when Spencer Dinwiddie's just kind of standing in the corner. And even this game period, I felt like there wasn't like ball movement like we've seen in the past. Like, you just saw a lot of guys standing around, no one really cutting, no one really moving without the basketball, compared to how we've played the last 10 games or so, or 15 games, where we've gone on this extended stretch. Right? A lot of it is guys were moving without the ball, and it just created mismatch situations for the defense. It always kept the defense on their toes, just made things very difficult. And I just felt like this was a game where we really bailed out the Warriors. We really played into the Warriors' plan rather than us playing our game and making the Warriors adjust to us and our size and our versatility. We just said, okay, they're going to play zone. We're just going to jack a bunch of shots, not recognize the mismatches, and not play the right way. Like I said, guys kind of had moments, right? D'Lo, as I mentioned in that fourth, really kind of picked it up. Hopefully that carries over. Reeves had some stretches in this game that were really nice. Hopefully that picks up and carries over. Spencer Dinwiddie, again, hopefully that picks up and carries over. We can kind of right the ship a little bit. Rui, no, he had his struggles this game. He wasn't like atrocious or terrible. Also, I kind of felt like, and this is on Darvin Ham, I felt like Darvin Ham kind of just like had him kind of in and out the whole game, right? Like, I felt like he never really allowed Rui to establish himself very much. And I felt like they never really, and it goes into just the game plan and stuff, which, again, falls on Darvin Ham. I think part of it falls on the players, too. Like I mentioned, Austin Reeves not recognizing the mismatches and stuff, and players just kind of just chucking up shots. To me, that's not on the coach. That's on the player not recognizing the situation, right? But the game plan in general, I would have liked to see a little more inside out, right? I would have liked to see a little more of Rui on the block, getting established, letting him go to work, and letting him use his size and strength to kind of power through and generate some offense. We saw that in spots, but he had to kind of generate it. Again, he didn't have a great game, but I also don't really know how to feel about him, because I also feel like he didn't really get a super fair shake, if that makes sense. Like, I felt like Rui, again, was never really truly established this game, so it was kind of hard for him to find a real rhythm or flow. So I don't want to get on him too much, but we needed guys to play better, period. We really did. And this, to me, was just a very disappointing game. This is not the game that I had expected them to play. Even if they lost, right, I wanted to see a little more just execution, a little more playing the right way. I feel a lot of the reason we lost this game was just us not playing the right way. That was really frustrating to me. But in general, like I said, tomorrow we're back at it. We got the San Antonio Spurs, and it's a real opportunity to kind of get just back on track. You had the hard game that you knew coming in. It was like, okay, we got this long break. How is this team going to look post-break? Now you got the team that you should be able to beat. Again, nothing's guaranteed in the NBA, but this is a team that the Lakers should absolutely win with, whether LeBron plays or he doesn't, whatever ends up happening. Right? This is a game that we got to get back to our good habits, get back to playing Laker-branded basketball, get back to playing the right way, go rattle off this win, look in the rearview mirror at this Warriors game, and go back and rattle off some wins here and close out this February strong. I said I wanted 3-2 at worst. I was hoping for 4-1. We could still get 4-1. I don't know if we will, but hey, we still absolutely, that's in the cards. But if we could at least get a 3-2, that'd be nice. That'd put us at least 5 games over 500 going into that March stretch, which is really tough. But look, not going to overreact to just one game. We just got back. Let's see how we look going forward. But anyway, as always, this is a discussion. I pass the question on to you. Let me know your thoughts and opinions down in the comments below. What do you think? How'd you feel about this game? What were your frustrations with this game? Are you disappointed? Do you kind of feel like, I kind of expected this, especially no LeBron, back from a break. However you feel, whatever your thoughts are, I'd love to hear it. So let me know down in the comments below. That being said, if you haven't liked this video, hit that like button. Helps me a lot. Lets me enjoy these types of videos, and I truly appreciate it. Now subscribe to the channel, hit that subscribe button, turn on the bell notifications. Appreciate y'all. See you in the next one. Thank you.